Estuary, the wide lower course of a river where its current meets the tide, where the river opens, combed by the sea, and marshes grow rich with salt and life. A place where worlds mingle, where river opens to surges of sea, and the inside life grows rich with something beneath words. And from it the words arise, and all of it stitches the worlds together. Doggerland, or Noah's Wood, is a drowned estuarine world in the waters off East Anglia in eastern England. After that inundation, there was still an extensive water world merged with the land, where people lived in relative freedom from the dominant culture, entwined with their sedge pools, streams, and peatland and moss. Most of that is gone, trampled under the machinery that began to encroach on it more than 500 years ago. Now, the places humans inhabit are mostly consisted of edge, the meeting of margins. The ghosts of ancient waters and their peoples of all species haunt thresholds between worlds. Those people had a direct relationship with water flow and knowledge of how to adapt it for human culture without damaging its own living realm. Terra is a speaking thing. The waters want to connect everything and resonate with us. We can approach liminal places like rivers and streams with a renewed sense of reverence and respect for their languages that ourselves understand without words. Music speaks it most directly and releases both the pain of severance and the life energy that never really goes away. The recorded piece, Estuary, is composed and improvised. Curtis Glatter plays drums, Found Objects and keyboards, James Cornish is playing trumpet and flute, and Steve Goosen electronic and toys. Curtis gave all the segments graphic scores and Cornish some for trumpet and flute. All the recording was done in Michigan by Michigan people, and the music genre is electro-acoustic chamber music or electro jazz, sometimes known as third stream classical jazz fusion. Welcome to Estuary by Curtis Glatter and the Found Objects Orchestra Internationale. Please join us near the end for a circle dance, procession, and dance party. Once, not long ago, by Earth's rhythm, the land and the river outside, the land and the river inside, the water and the soul and the story outside and in, were tangled in wires, bound in roads, excavated, paved over, separated from themselves and from each other. The flow was pinched off, like obstructed veins and arteries. Rain falls and runs away, leaving parched dust. Roots delve deep to find the water. Before, the stories were one, and even now they really are. The water mirrors a dance of transmigration in ever-changing forms. People were in awe. Some sacrificed one another to the being of the water or flowed with it, creating what they needed while braiding their world and the water worlds together. Their ghosts are present with us, lifting hairs on our arms in the wind's breath, searching for reflections in troubled water watching us. The fabric of life is still woven of doorways. The water seeks to rise from underground. Roots pull on it like mouths. River branches ache to open to sea. And so do we. The more people thought they knew, the less they knew. The elemental creatures were forced to live at night or around the edges, submerged in water or under the ground, in the trees, among the wild grasses, brushing us with warm and cool fingers. The Cyandream, first alchemist of air, orchestrating, merging. The cat who paints the air with fire. The One-Winged Swan Man, the Forestbeast of Living Bone, all exist in the shadows and margins, in the corners of our eyes. The creatures of the margins are still here. They speak through rock and water, fire and air. If you touch these things, you may know them. They press their hands against locked doors, an inch closer to breaking them open. Fear taps on hearts, and under the fear, tangled knots of love. The ghosts, estranged from their rivers, are watching through black mist and fog, extending shadow hands in longing. Know this, they won't be waiting much longer. And when the ghosts remove their calls and step over the margins, there is a whisper. Then a surge of remembering, restoration, beginning anew. There is a flood, fierce and benevolent. It carries creatures long estranged into embrace. Earth breathes and beats and upholds, tilts and rebalances. Stars witness, and the river and the ocean sing together in a joyous tumult.
Okay, can you hear me okay? Okay. Thank you all for being here. Turning it up here. Okay, so thank you for all for being here, and we're soon going to ask you to join us in a candle walk and a bit of dancing. But first, in a little waking dream connecting us to this place. So if you would indulge us, please be still here, and if you'd like to close your eyes, that's okay. And pay attention to the air, its movement and its textures. and how it connects everything to everything, this place to all other places. Send out your imagination and consciousness as far as you can through the air. And bring it back in. Sense where the sun might be behind the clouds to the west, which would be over this way. Open your eyes and watch the water and gaze on its motion and join in its dreaming. Send roots down into the ground and feel energy moving up from it through you. Does it have anything to say to you? Whether or not you can translate it in words. Become porous to the whole place, like a bead curtain that it all pours through. And again, sense how it connects to everything else, every other place on earth and beyond, on threads that tie together and weave. Can we dance our way into a world we want to be in? Maybe we can. Feel free to come up and take one of the candles from over there, and we're going to do a little walk with them around the trees here and then wind up over there and do some dancing. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.
Somebody will do this from you. Somebody will.
Onyx, they're recognized.
Oh, good. All right.
I'm sorry that we could not time-wise make this.
I think we are done. I think are we done?
Baba.
I say bye-bye to the people. Bye.
I've not met you before, but thank you. I'm Chrysanthemum.
Okay.
I've known you ran for a long time.
You want to introduce everybody?
Well, I don't know everybody's name, not even all the
Everybody come introduce themselves if you want to say hi to the camera.
And that's Irina, and that's Jim Slavsky,
Thank you.
and that's a Michelle, and then there's the narrator was also named
And
Michelle.
I'm sorry that we
And
could
your
not
name
make
is
it work last time. I
Cynthia.
had no idea.
And
And she's not with me on Wednesday.
yeah, that's Irina. That's the other Michelle over there in the long floral road. And
Well, it was.
All right.
There's a
Well,
lady that works at.
well, thank you. And I'm Eric the Dream Giver. If you guys can like, subscribe, share the video, and
do you have a business card?
it's on my You take a picture right here.
Oh, I actually, I don't have a phone to take. I mean, it does, but I don't know how to do it.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Please.
Did Irina invite you? Who invited you? Did you?
Michelle invited me.
Which Michelle?
Michelle Slavsky. Oh, there.
But
The one with the blue. Okay,
Yeah.
I can get a hold of her.
Yeah, yeah.
So you do a lot of events.
I do a lot of events and go to a lot of fun things. And
Okay, and your
events.
name is?
Eric the Dream Giver. I'm out here spreading dreams and making the world a better
Oh,
place.
wow. I like that name. I think Irina would like, does she know your full name? Eric the Dream Giver?
I'll let her know.
She'll love that. Tell her that.
I went to some of the meetings with Michelle. All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
I know.